Also, probably something else releases in November as well. It's everything releases on November for Christmas market. You're so good at choosing. Yeah, I am. Definitely. Always no issues with that. Want to play XCOM now? Can't decide. Open RimWorld. Sounds about right. You could do everyday different game. I guess. I'm not good with stuff like that, though. Well, it's not only with games. It's pretty much everything for me. I like to focus all my attention on one thing, and then I just burn out on that one thing because I do it overdo it, and then I move to the next thing. Especially with games. But it's not just games, it's other stuff as well. Yeah, it's not always bad. 90% definitely. Sometimes it's good, but it can be really bad as well. I think the biggest issue for me with that Night Basilisk is that I focus so much on that one thing, I start to neglect everything else. Yes, that too. That also Flame Racer. It's really difficult to get back to the other stuff if I get distracted by some new shiny game. Just ooh, nice, I'll buy that and play that, and then what other game? Oh yeah, that no idea. Was I playing something else as well? Yeah, Flame Racer. Very familiar. You really enjoy Prison Architect, City Skylines, Tropico 5, but they're all games that once I stop playing it, for whatever reason, I never really go back. I do go back on those games, Joypunk, because they're always easy to pick up and play because of the sandboxy nature. You don't need to really invest too much time or effort into them, or you can invest that just the exact amount you want to do it. You don't even bother these days. If I feel like I got distracted for too long from gaming, you just restart. Since the game Psychic Drone. Even if I have a clue what I was doing, it's no fun anymore. It feels like I'm continuing someone else's save. Yeah, pretty much. Pretty much nice. I definitely feel the same. Another really big issue with that is that if I stop playing it, it's really hard to start again. Even if I want to do a new playthrough and start over, starting again is very difficult. Mm-hmm. My wife's comment there about World of Warcraft also reminded me But another issue with overplaying and over focusing on one thing, it usually means I get so sick and tired of that thing and that I will never go back to that anymore as well. I like MMOs. MMOs are dead to me. For various reasons, but one of them is that I overdid World of Warcraft when it was out. Way too much. In those cases, you just leave it sit and play something else. Yeah, nice. That's pretty much what I do as well. But it's very unlikely I'll actually go back to that game ever again. Reclaimed your WoW account recently. Still haven't done anything with it. It's nice to have the option. Yeah. Well, for me, it's not just a WoW account, also the Diablo and Hearthstone and everything's on the same account as well. Although it's just like I'm playing any of those either. I overdid Diablo as well. And no, don't want to go back to that as well. And Hearthstone is free to play, so it's not my type of game. Even though I love the arena and the whole Hearthstone, especially the arena, since it's pretty much I have to pay to play the game. Cause I can't be arsed to grind gold to play arena. It's pretty much like, yeah, I'm not gonna play the game at all. Yeah, me too, Flame Razor. MMOs can really take time out of real life activities to grindy compared to non. Yeah, definitely Wefferk. It was really I was only playing Warcraft for several years, and that was the one and only game I was playing, and I spent way too many hours every day in there. Like I have characters that have a couple years of playtime each, just online time, which is silly. But on the other hand, it was a really cost-effective gaming as well. I mean, it's like what, 15 euros per month or whatever the monthly cost is, so I was actually saving a lot of money on gaming with that. Now that I'm playing other games, I need to buy all new games all the time to get other games to play. Cobra Revenge. There we go. Go get Joypunk. Also, when I stopped playing MMOs, it was like I realized how much time it was taking when I was starting to play other games, and I could finish like several games in a week when I was not streaming and just playing the game. It was really strange feeling. Well, I wouldn't say it's wasting time. I'm sure there could have been better use for my time during that time. Yeah, definitely. It's not really waste if you actually enjoyed that time. I mean, I definitely had a lot of fun doing it. Most of the time. But I also definitely know that I played way too much, and I should have probably spent the time better on other stuff. I'm sure I wasted a lot of time that I could have been using better Night Puzzles when playing MMOs. Just sitting in Orgrimmar and chatting with people and all that. It's definitely not good. Could have used that much better. Yeah, that's what I should have done as well. Flame Razor, instead of spending hours just playing the games or streaming. I should have done my studies, which I still need to do. It definitely wouldn't be more fun Night Puzzles, but as a responsible adult, it would have been the right choice. And I would probably be in a better place at the moment if I had done that. But I certainly wouldn't have as much fun. It kinda applies on streaming as well. I mean, this whole streaming, YouTube stuff and all that takes a lot of time. It's a pretty much full-time job, same hours. But I get like nothing out of that. So I'm having fun playing games and streaming and doing that stuff, but I am living piss poor with no money at all to do anything. Yeah, definitely Flame Razor. But on the other hand, MMOs got me a lot of people and friends online, and definitely opened me up to a lot of people, much more than I normally would have ever done. So I did socialize that way. I mean, I was discussing on TeamSpeak and Ventrilo and stuff all the time with people every day for many hours. So I wasn't seeing them face to face, but I was still definitely socializing with people. Especially during the time when we had our 10-man guild, when Wrath of the Lich King came out, when you were able to do 10-man raids. We dropped our previous guild, actually guilds, and we formed a 10-man guild. So there was only 10 people in the guild, and we needed everyone in the guild to be online for a raid. And it worked really well, because all the people who we had were really nice people and responsible. So when we agreed on certain time, we always had those 10 people be there, and it worked really well. And we were pretty close friends. And that's actually one of the problems why I really cannot go back to MMOs, because that close group of people, or any kind of close group of people, is not there anymore. So it's missing that social aspect that really got me hooked into MMOs like that. I mean, I guess that we could play an MMO and get people from like from this community, from the stream community, or romantics in general. Like, if some of you guys would be playing MMO with me, then it would be probably the same or close to that. So that's probably the only way for me to play an MMO again. Not totally against the MMO idea, but there just isn't any at the moment that would grasp my attention. Also, I'm not sure if I want to pay like monthly subscription on anything anymore. Yeah, exactly, Flame Racer. I'm not sure if I want to spend that time and effort to get that, so that group of people to play with and socialize. So it's so much easier just to pick up a single player game and play that whenever you feel like doing that. Don't have to rely on anyone, don't have to spend any effort to do anything, just play the game yourself when you feel like. That was one of the things also I figured out I was missing out on by playing MMOs every day for weeks and months and years. It was the fact that you had to rely on other people to be there for a raid or anything, to actually do anything in MMO. You needed to have people, and you had to rely on getting those people, and it was a lot of waiting and wasting time and getting angry at people as well because they sucked. And when I started playing single player games again, I was like, oh, I don't need to wait for anyone, I can do it on my own terms and time and all that. It was surprisingly much more fun. Is that all my food? Nah, close. That's fine. It's a marketing device. Yeah, definitely. Supposedly Candy Crush has made it now that to advanced levels you have to either get your friends in the game or pay, literally. Yeah, well, that's pretty much the whole Facebook games, Night Basilisk. You pretty much had to bother your friends to start playing the game or clicking on shit for you to advance as well. Or pay. Or both. In worst cases. That mentality is definitely from there. And, well, it's in the mobile gaming in general. All the damn quests, especially cross-realm. There was no need to socialize, no need to act nice, just to be, because that's all you're gonna get. Yeah, Flame Racer, definitely that's not good either. If you can be whatever asshole and not spend time and effort to do it, it's not good. That's what really made the game and the guilds and everything really fun, because everyone had to work on that one thing we were doing, like a raid progression or something. Everyone had to bring their A game and really focus on effort on that, so they had time and effort invested on that thing, which was good. So everyone was fairly serious about it. Although that was the thing that really got me angry, usually in like bigger guilds and raids, when it was 40-man raids or 25-man raids, they're usually was like handful of people who didn't do that effort and time, and just either didn't come even on time for the raid or just came there unprepared, and I was like, do I need something? Can we just go? Can I get some loot? That really sucked. Especially when you are one of those guys like me who spends all their time and way too much time and all that, dedicates basically my whole life for that one thing for that time, and then someone else doesn't do the same or anything. It's not nice. Which is why I never understood the loot greed, that loot was just means to an end, not the end goal. Yeah, but for some people the loot is end goal. I mean, I know I like loot. I like min-maxing stats and twiddling with gear and all that. So loot is important for me, but I've never really been a loot greedy like that. I can pass on pieces and that stuff, especially in a really solid 10-man guild. It was easy to pass on stuff because if you didn't take it, you knew it was going for someone else in the group, which meant you still, as a group, you became better, which meant you were able to progress even better and be better in general. And if the stuff drops this week, it probably drops next week or the next week. And the more stuff we get as a guild, the better we will be as a guild, and it's gonna be easier every time we do it. Yeah, that too, Dulcidor. The foreign mentality. Well, is they really talking today? I guess so, son. Every now and then happens. It's been a good day. We had some Subway and we went to shopping with the wife. So I'm in a good mood. Oh yeah, Flame Racer. That is the fun stuff in MMOs. All the drama. Definitely one of those things I never will miss. Although it was fun watching other people's drama, but when you were having that drama, it's not nice. I was in my guilds, king in the guild towards trying on unorthodox stuff. Yeah. Ragnarok Online before renewal was really nice for that. Yeah, I like the Ragnarok Online as well. Played that a bit too much as well. That was a long time ago. That was even before I moved to Oulu. That was also on my really shitty PC back then. Grand Cross spamming, is it Crusader? Super fun to play. That's nice, Flame Racer. Yeah, we also did stuff like that. Like, I was playing a melee shaman, pretty much whole Burning Crusade. I played a shaman healer during the vanilla, and then went melee or enhancement shaman during a free meat. Yeah, Burning Crusade as an enhancement, and I did really well. And then when the Lich King came, I went what did I do? Dead Knight tanking So you know the fun of raiding that way as well, Flame Razor. Yeah, I did that as well. That was one of the reasons why I was playing Shaman Healer in vanilla raids. Just face the wall or look at the floor or something whole time and just play whack-a-mole with the raid healing tabs. Never actually seeing what's happening in the combat or anything. See ya, Flame Razor. Death Knight off tank, DPS hybrid spec. Yeah, that's pretty much what I did dropping as well. We had in our 10-man guild, we had a paladin tank as the main tank, and I was gonna secondary tank with the Death Knight. I think Teresa is not gonna get out. Run! You're almost there. Oh well. They're gonna kidnap. That was your setup too? Yep. It was a good setup. It definitely worked. And I pretty much got the new PC when the Burning Crusade came, so that also gave me the opportunity to try something else. I also was pretty much the only one in the guild we had with the beta access for the Burning Crusade, so I was able to try stuff, and I knew enhancement shamans were pretty nice during that time, so it was very easy to convince our guild that was a nice thing to have in the guild, and I was able to do it. Although we did have an enhancement shaman in vanilla as well. He was actually one of the only few people who had the Ragnaros weapon, whatever it's called, the hammer. We gave it to an enhancement shaman, and he was doing really well. Because Wind Fury with that weapon was so OP as hell during vanilla times. Especially when it was still triggering from itself. You just get these like million hits in a row with the Wind Fury. With that weapon, it's like boom, everything dies. He was also doing a lot of PvP, which was one of the contributing reasons as well. He was just owning everything. He also got the, whatever the title was, the Warlord title back in then. In vanilla times, which was really... You needed to dedicate your whole life, pretty much, to get that. Get rid of rotations, move to priority system. Yeah, I haven't been... I stopped playing when well, actually before during Breath of the Lich King, when the whatever the Crusader Arena thing, whatever it was released, that raid. That's pretty much when I stopped. I never actually did those raids. So basically I did only the Titan place, whatever it was called. Hey Pat Milad. With the tentacle monster as the last boss. I'm good with names today. That's pretty much where I stopped. I've never played anything after that. I actually had like a... You know how Blizzard sends you those? Please come back to play the game now. Here's a week of free time for you to play. I did one of those. Installed the game again, and I was like, okay, let's try Warcraft again, and I have a week to try, and went back, and I was like, there's no one here anymore who I know. Spend around a bit of time in Orgrim, and I was like, yeah, They even changed the Orgrimmar. I don't even know where everything is here now. So fuck this game. I played probably like 2 hours or something, and I was like, yep, I'm done. No need to come back. Yeah, I like the rotation as well, Joypunk. Yeah, especially if you played like a rogue or something, there was definitely that rotation rhythm you need to go into. That's really cool. Yeah, I heard a lot of people really liked the new expansion when it came out, and then everyone is like, yep, there is nothing to do. Like, absolutely nothing. Even less than before. They just log in, do their whatever to keep your own place thing is, you do in there like daily, monthly, weekly something quests and something. Grab your stuff and just log out. But like I said, the only thing that really kills WoW is the WoW itself, and I think it's getting there now. Quickly. I don't think it's gonna survive more than 1 or 2 expansions. I think that's even maybe a bit generous, and that's probably when it dies out. I think a lot of people are still playing the game just because of the social aspect. You have that same group of people to play with every week. So you go back. But once that starts to go away, I'm sure a lot of people will stop to playing the game. They still have like 8 million subs. Yeah, but they were up to like over 10 million at point, so it's still a shit ton of people playing it. Yeah, definitely shopping. They're not gonna stop. I mean, why? You're milking 8 million subs, 15 euros, dollars, whatever it is per month, plus the expansions. It's a lot of money. Plus all the microtransactions for mounts and all that shit. Plus all the renames and insta character levels and all that stuff. It's a lot of money they are making with that. So definitely until it drops like several million, they are not gonna stop doing. Yeah, Chapman. I'm not sure that I am sure having like long periods like now where there's like nothing to do in the game, it's not good for the game, because I'm sure a lot of people are dropping it. I mean, why pay those 15 euros per month if there's nothing to do? You might as well play some other stuff. And there's more and more other MMOs to play as well. Sleeping sickness. Nice. Especially MMOs with no monthly subscription. Although I would never play one. It's kind of strange. I don't want to really pay a monthly subscription for a game. But on the other hand, if I was playing a MMO, I would like there to be some kind of monetary barrier of entry, because it does help. Less idiots and all kinds of that stuff. Less abuse and less free-to-play mentality when making the game, which ruins every single game that's free-to-play. For me, that's pretty important distinction. A lot of people enjoy a lot of free-to-play games. Personally, I don't like that. But more privileged jerks. Yes. Yes, Chapman, yes. Although, I am pretty much one of those. Myself as well, when I play games. Especially MMOs and stuff like that. I'm one of those elite jerks. So don't play MMOs with me. Is the is the thing. Free-to-play MMOs are dead. All MMOs are dead. Well, yeah. It definitely kind of seems like the biggest rush for MMOs is definitely kind of dying out. They way overdid the whole MMO stuff and never really improved on the concept at all. So it's just every MMO that releases just pretty much different flavor of the same shit with less content than the previous ones, which is Warcraft, of course. So everyone just goes back to Warcraft, which is not getting anywhere either at the moment. For MMOs to do really well again, there needs to be like that one mind-blowingly epic new MMO. Like Warcraft was that pretty much. It was definitely a step up from previous MMOs when it came out the first time. If I would recommend not playing something with me, that's Minecraft. You piece of people like crazy in it. Let me write it down, Sundown. All MMOs are the same. Yeah, pretty much. That's a big part because they're trying to copy the Warcraft success story. So they don't want to innovate or risk trying to do something different and fail. So it just leads all of them to be carbon copies of each other. No risk, no pain. Yeah. Although it works for well, it doesn't work for us. We don't play those games. I mean, we are not the target audience. But if you keep doing the same stuff, there are still, like Warcraft, there's those 8 million people still playing the game. So some people like that, and they are the target audience, not us. We are the grumpy old men who like to play their own single-player games and not give a shit about other people. And just be grumpy and complain about things. Want something different as an MMO? Try Salem. I didn't really like that. Saddam. That's because they need funding, and to get funding that means they'll... Yeah, definitely. Close the door. That businessman there doesn't want to throw his money at this new innovative MMO that's trying to do things differently, which might and will probably flop spectacularly and all your money is gone. And so MMOs are so damn expensive to make that it's kind of difficult to get money to. Hard to innovate. when there's hundreds of millions on the line. Much easier to do it in a single player games when you can kickstart and whatever with them and do them small scale. Concept of Salem is nice to me. Do you want a PvE game like that? Yeah. I'm very much a PvE player as well. I just don't like PvP in any form. Even in real life. No, it's not really PvP. We're not shooting each other in the street, but I don't like that whole concept of competition against each other in any form. I like co-op stuff. Even in like a board games, I just don't like playing against someone. Permadeath PvP is awful. Yeah, that sounds pretty awful. Sounds also very abusable. Players will find a way to make it awful. They're good like that. Some more blast steel. 73. So I need 50 on that and 414 on that, so 464 minus that, about 400 and a bit less. How's it going, Beerut? Are you still here, Night Basilisk? I don't think so. Well, anyways, just gonna say if we find out when the Anno beta is, or if anyone else happens to see it somewhere, let me know, because I'm quite interested. Ooh, manhunters, doggies. Where is your gun, by the way? Uh-oh. Where is Joypunk's gun? He was going insane somewhere here. I wonder if I accidentally sold his gun. Oh shit. It might be somewhere on the ground, but I have no idea where. That sucks. Actually, the only MMO that at the moment is interesting me, at least a tiny bit, is the Final Fantasy MMO. That's the only one I would actually like to play a bit. But to get into that, I need to get the game, I need to get the expansion, and I need to pay subscription. So that's a lot of money invested just to try the Final Fantasy MMO, and if I happen to like it. They make a game but give only official servers that they can hardly pay for, and all the same things on same mentality going Minecraft way. Letting players make servers is so much better, everyone finds what they like. Yeah. Yep. But most game devs love their view of game till death. Yeah, that is all. That is definitely a problem with many game devs and people in general. when they get that certain mentality that this is the thing and it should be this way, it's really hard to convince them otherwise. Well, he's dead. I can take his pistol. If a game drops to 50% off within the first couple months of release, I don't have faith that it's a good game. Yeah, pretty true, Joypunk. It's certainly a sign that there's something wrong with it. That people are not gonna be willing to pay the full price. Well, if those doggies are not coming, I'm gonna go sleep. I think that's actually one thing that's definitely caused a small dip on the MMOs is, as well as that there's a lot of games like Minecraft, Terraria, and all these well, zombie games and whatever, where you can make your own server and just play with a certain group of people, your friends or whatever, or just play on the even on the official servers instead of playing MMOs. They definitely feel the same need for gaming. And I would much rather do that as well. Play like Ark or whatever on a private server instead of playing a big MMO on official servers. Sadly though, all of those games, like every single one, is some kind of unfinished piece of shit early access bullshit. I want some finished games for once. Says me playing Prison Architect. Prison Architect? Sorry, RimWorld. That's not even early access, it's just alpha from developer's website. Nice. Are those doggies really gonna hang around just in there? Come on, doggies. Can you go around, please? Some manner of quality control for the players who played with you is pretty nice. Yeah, definitely. Definitely Dalsidor. I mean, it's pretty much the same as in MMOs. Getting a really nice guild with that nice core group of people, as playing one of those multiplayer games on your private server. You pretty much just limit it only to that core group of people that are nice. Give doggies some human bait? No. Yes, yes, finish more RimWorld. The same one we started yesterday. This is the 3-man challenge. Trying to finish it today. We're making some slow progress to get the ship done. I might get it done early today. We might have to play something else. Or I might die. Who knows? Like the toxic fallout yesterday was pretty close to killing me. Although I'm much more prepared for something like that now. You know what? We could shoot mortars into there. Although they are within the range of the mortar. Like the minimum range, so I can really shoot there properly. Hey, I think the doggies are coming now. At least one. Yay! Come on, doggies. I know you can do it. Get shot. There will still be the trolls who can ruin your game even without being... Yeah, that's true. That's true. But when you're playing a game like... well, even Minecraft or Terraria or whatever, those trolls can definitely be even worse in that. Because they can totally ruin your like whole world. And force you to restart pretty much from scratch. At least on most multiplayers and MMOs and stuff like that. Trolls don't have that kind of power. And that's a good thing. So you need to be even more... have even better quality control who you play with. Damn doggies. Can you please go away or get shot? Here's a nice turret. Go eat. This really feels like a pathfinding failure. A lot of enemies are just swarming around in this area, get stuck, and they don't know what to do. So I think the distance from here is too long, so it makes it hard for the pathfinding to understand that they need to go there. And when someone comes here, I think the pathfinding... because these are homing into your people. So if I put someone in here, I think the distance, like here, I think the distance from here to here starts to be small enough for the calculation that they are like, oh yes, there's a guy, let's go. Like, see this guy? No. Good theory, not working. Are they gonna go eat Nikki? Well, I cannot go get her either. Good luck. How badly are you bleeding? Just a bit. Ooh, doggies. Ah. They come from other side of map of them. Yeah, they do. But I think this causes issues because when they get into here, the distance around this gets long, and they just see that the enemy, my guy is like right there, so close but so far away. So they're like, maybe there's a better location around here to get through, and then they're like, I don't know, just wandering in this area. It feels like some kind of issue with AI. Plus the doors here are probably causing some issues as well. I don't know why they don't break the doors. It feels like in this new change, new patch, alpha, whatever, enemies are breaking your doors much less than they used to. Because it used to be pretty much that when an enemy get to your door, they tilt the door. But for example, now I've had a door here, and they never do anything to this door. And I also had those side doors in my previous map that people just walked past and never tried to kill the door. Because there was still a open entrance into the base. They always used that open entrance and never tried to break the doors. Even the sappers never tried to break the doors. The sappers tried to go through the walls, but never through the doors. Because they still had that one, at least one, open entrance to the base. Yeah, doggies don't break the doors. I've seen that as well. Well, it's kind of understandable. It's not like real life wildlife is trying to actively go through your doors. Like a wolf pack comes knocking your door down. Doesn't really happen. Waiting for blast hill all the time, grindy. It is pretty much sundown. The start of this playthrough was definitely much more fun when we were setting up the base, and now just waiting for the blast hill it is kind of grindy, especially because Randy is being kind of meh today and yesterday, not sending anything fun. I think rather than recognizing a base, they just recognize where the people are. Yeah. A lot of stuff seems to be aiming into like the farming, your farming and your stockpiles and your beacons seem to be what draws the attacks towards. Like there was an attack of tribals coming from here, and I had 2 guys in here and 2 guys up here. Sorry, one guy up here. And they ignored this guy outside here totally, and they just went to my base instead. Did I see someone with a toxic build-up, by the way? I'm sure I clicked on someone and there was a toxic build-up. Maybe an animal. There. Dead wild boar. Toxic build-up extreme. Hey, Dunskin, how's it going? Not good for your back, it seems. What did you do with your back? Moving billion tons of hay again? I didn't find any beard. I was trying to look for a blast steel, but I only found steel pretty much. Sadly. Would you like Randy to send a massive mech raid now? Well, not massive, but somewhere survivable if I do right. I mean, the first thing Randy sent at me on this playthrough was a evil ship right there, next to my, well, actually not even next, in the middle of my stockpile. Just crash landed there. That was fun. You like mountain maps so much more? I don't like me on the other hand, I don't like the mountain maps because I don't like digging into the mountain. I don't like playing dwarves in this game. We build houses and kind of these armed compounds instead of mountain fortresses. You were driving go-kart and someone crashed into you from behind. Ouch. Just means you should have been going faster. Yeah, exactly, Chopping, exactly. That sounds like a good way to get a really nasty back injury. I mean, it's pretty much the same as driving a real car and getting bumped in the back. Well, it is a real car, just a small one. The skeletons are not decaying; they will stay on the map. I don't think there's any way for them to get destroyed other than burning or grenades or something.